This is Tom Grassi, and this is 30 and 30, and you're watching Illogical Canadian.
Bonjour mes amis, je suis l'Illogical Canadian, and welcome back to another week in review. I'm so sorry that this is coming out late. It's like fucking so late. I'm sorry. The software that I usually use to make the graphics decided to go fuck itself, so I had to try and fix it and fix it and fix it. But finally, I got it all fixed. We're good. We're back with this shit. Week 16, the third to final week of the year. One filled with a lot of questions, but still very little answers were given. Honestly, this was a week of chaos because not only Christmas, because teams decided to pull wins out of their asses when they shouldn't be. Let's take a look. On Thursday Night Football, we had the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Spot in the playoffs on the line in this matchup. I mean, what did you really kind of say? There's two middle of the tier teams. Both of these teams are coming in 7-7. I really don't know what you expected from this game other than typical bullshittery, right? For the Saints, Derek Carr went 27 for 40, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Alvin Kamara carried it 9 times for 19 yards. And Chris Olave caught it 9 times for 124 yards. Damn, Olave is pretty damn good at this football thing. For the Rams, Matt Stafford went 24 for 34, 328 yards, god damn it, 28-3, and 2 touchdowns. Kyron Williams carried it 22 times for 104 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, it was Puka Nacua, caught it 9 times for 164 yards and a touchdown. As the Rams were able to escape with the win, 30-22 on Thursday Night Football. Okay, good for you. You managed to keep yourselves in the playoff race. Saints, it's going to take a miracle for you to make the playoffs now. You're going to have to pray, and you're going to have to pray vigilantly that the playoffs do come to Bourbon Street. For our next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. AFC North Showdown. Steelers looking to stay in it after a 3-game losing streak. Bengals coming in winning the last 3. So, I mean, it is what it is at this point. For the Bengals, Jake Browning went 28 for 42, 335 yards, for a touchdown and 3 picks. Joe Mixon carried it 11 times for 43 yards, and T. Higgins caught it 5 times for 140 yards and a touchdown. Whoo, have yourself a day. For the Steelers, Rudolph the red-nosed quarterback had some very shiny footballs. And if you ever saw him, you would even say he blows. All of the other quarterbacks used to laugh and call him mid. And they never let poor Rudolph join in any QB games. Then one foggy game in the Berg, Tomlin came to say, Rudolph, with your ball so bright, won't you guide my team tonight? All of the Yinzers loved him as they shouted out with glee, stop the ball! Rudolph the red-nosed quarterback, you'll go down in history. Went 17 for 27, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't care how cringe that was. Deal with it. Najee Harris carried it 19 times for 78 yards and a touchdown. And George motherfucking Pickens, have yourself a day. 4 receptions, 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. Steelers winning 34-11. God damn. And I don't care if you guys thought that jingle was bad. I literally came with that on the fly, so Take with that what you will. And for Saturday Night Ball, we got the Buffalo Bills taking on the Los Angeles iPhone Chargers. Bills are looking to try to keep their momentum going as they have been in recent weeks. While the Chargers season's just pretty much dead in the water, they were just waiting for a way to make it official. And what do you know? This loss did just that. Just wait a little bit. For the Bills, Josh Allen went 15 for 21, 237 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. James Cook carried it 20 times for 70 yards, and Gabe Davis caught it 4 times for 130 yards and a touchdown. For the Chargers, Hockey Stick went 23 for 33, 215 yards. Austin Eckler ran 15 times for 65 yards, and Josh Palmer caught it 5 times for 47 yards. The Bills win 24-22, and in the process, they put the Chargers out of their fucking misery. Oh, Chargers. You thought hiring Brandon Steele was a good idea at first. Little did you know, Brandon Steele was going to break every single goddamn iPhone charger in the fucking office. Brandon Staley was the least of your problems. The team he built around, it's good, but here's a problem though. Once 27-0 happened, his credibility went to complete and utter dog shit. That was the problem you guys had. You basically let the dude stay way beyond his welcome. Should have been fired 11 months ago. But the fact that you fire him now, that speaks volumes for how fucking incompetent your team is. Well, Chargers, as I lower you into your fucking grave, I write on your tombstone, for the cause of death, the iPhone charger broke. There's no more electricity. Your phone will no longer charge. Charger on, you bastards. And for our next matchup, we got the New York Jets taking on the Washington Commanders at home. Jets, didn't you have a big lead in this game? How the fuck did the score happen up here? How did it happen? You are not the Atlanta Falcons, okay? You are not the Atlanta Falcons. True, you guys may be a choking hazard, but you know what? You're not the Atlanta Falcons. Don't try to imitate the Falcons because there's nothing that can imitate the Falcons. Nothing. For the Commanders, the combined effort of Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett went 16 for 35, 156 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Chris Rodriguez Jr. carried it 10 times for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Scary Terry, man, those aren't good numbers, especially for someone like Scary Terry. 3 receptions for 50 yards. Ouch. For the Jets, Trevor Siemian went 23 for 33, 215 yards, and that's that. Breece Hall carried it 20 times for 95 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also catching it 12 times for 96 yards, being a dual threat for the Jets. They somehow stave off defeat, and they emerged victorious 30-28 because somehow the Jets managed to bullshit their way to this. I really don't know what else to say. For our next matchup, we got the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The Lions have the chance to clinch both a playoff spot and a division title for the first time in 30 years. Oh, would you look at that? They did it. We'll get to that in a minute, but Minnesota at least kept it close. Say what you want, but they did keep it close, so closest to count somewhere. For the Lions, Jared Goff went 30 for 40, 257 yards, and a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs carried it 15 times for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Among Us St. Brown caught it 12 times for 106 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this is the Lions. They are good. For the Vikings, Nick Mullins went 22 for 36, 411 yards. Jesus Christ. 2 touchdowns and 4 picks. Ty Chandler ran 8 times for 17 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, it was Justin Jefferson with 6 receptions for 141 yards and a touchdown. Lions, 30-24, you won. Lions, coming to the office. I got a surprise for you. I generally got a good surprise for you. Lions, you did it. You finally did it. Not only did you clinch a playoff spot, but you clinched the NFC North. The last time you clinched a division was 1993. You never even had an NFC North title because the last time you won it, the division didn't even exist. But yeah, you did it, Lions. You are finally division champions again. You should feel proud of yourselves. Seriously, you really should. The rebuild over the past 5 years has been absolutely insurmountable to your guys' performance. You did things during that time which seemed very questionable, but now in hindsight, seem like the perfect fucking thing to do. Congratulations, Lions. Good luck in the playoffs. Especially in a tough NFC, you're going to need it. And for our next matchup, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Houston Texans. It was a pretty good game. I mean, scoring wise, like nothing of no hap. For the Browns, Joe Flacco went 27 for 42, 368 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks. Jerome Ford carried it 15 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. Mari, what the fuck? Okay, who the fuck gave Amari Cooper Madden 24? Who the fuck gave him Madden? Where does this come from? I know, the green screen's ass, I know. But where the fuck did this come from? Really? 11 catches for 265? 2 touchdowns? Who the fuck gave him the access to Madden? Who the fuck? I don't even know how to explain it. How do you do that? How do you do that? I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. Cooper, what the fuck? Oh. As for the Texans, Dick Nick Mills went 15 for 32, 149 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devin Singletary carried it 9 times for 44 yards, and Dalton Schultz caught it 8 times for 61 yards. Cleveland went 36-22. Somebody take the fucking Madden fouls away from Amari Cooper. Take it away from him. For our next matchup, we got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Carolina Panthers. In all honesty, how the fuck does Green Bay allow 30 points to be scored by the Panthers? Many Packers fans have one man to turn to blame on that one. Joe Barry. And on behalf of all Green Bay fans, fuck Joe Barry. For the Packers, Jordan Love went 17 for 28, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Aaron Jones carried it 21 times for 127 yards, and Romeo Doubs caught it 4 times for 79 yards and a touchdown. For the Panthers, Bryce Young went 23 for 36. The Joe Barry-led Packers defense allowed Bryce motherfucking Young to have his first 300-yard passing game in the NFL, as he went for 312 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, fuck Joe Barry. Chubba Hubbard, carried it 16 times for 44 yards and a touchdown, and DJ Chark caught it 6 times, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Packers somehow won this game 33-30. Can we just give both of these teams a loss? No, I'm serious. Can we just give both of these teams a loss? That would be great. For our next matchup, we got the Seattle Seahawks visiting the Tennessee Titans. Seattle, you should not be having close games with a team like the Titans. I'm going to tell you that straight up. You shouldn't be having close games like that against the fucking Titans. I'm dead serious. Like, you stop. Just stop. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith went 25 for 36, 227 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kenneth Walker ran 16 times for 54 yards, and Tyler Lockett caught it 8 times for 81 yards. For the Titans, Ryan Tannehill, who's replacing an injured Will Levis, went 18 for 26 and 152 yards. I forgot to change that to Derrick Henry, but just assume that says Derrick Henry and not Chuba Hubbard. Derrick Henry went 19 carries on the ground for 88 yards and a touchdown. And Chigoziem Okonkwo caught it 6 times for 68 yards and a touchdown. Seattle wins this game barely, 20-17. And Seattle is back in a playoff spot somehow because reasons. For our next matchup, we got the Colts taking on the Falcons, and probably with the most unexpected result I think I would see. But regardless, I mean, I expected the game to be closer, but come on now. This wasn't even close. It should have been closer, but in reality, it was just complete dog dick. For the Colts, Gardner Minshew went 20 for 37, 201 yards, and threw a pick. Jonathan Taylor ran 18 times for 43 yards and a touchdown. Why is our running back getting only 43 yards this week? And Kyler Granson caught it 5 times for 62 yards. For the Falcons, Taylor Heineke went 23 for 33, 229 yards, and a touchdown. Bijan Robinson carried it 12 times for 72 yards on the ground, while catching it 7 times for 50 yards through the air. The Falcons win 29-10, which again, I reiterate, how the fuck did the Falcons win? The answer is, fuck you, the NFL knows no logic. Amen. For the next matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers playing host to their in-state rival, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, Kitty versus Pirate. But you can figure out how that went. Because, like I always say, Tony Khan gives more of a shit about AEW, All Elite Wrestling, than he does his own football team. And that will stand true until he can prove otherwise. That's all I'm saying. For the Jags, Trevor Lawrence went 17 for 29, 211 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. He also ran 4 times on the ground for 29 yards. Receiving, it was Evan Engram with 10 receptions for 95 yards. For the Bucs, Baker Mayfield went 26 for 35, 283 yards. God damn it, 28-40 again. And 2 touchdowns. Rachaad White carried it 20 times for 39 yards and a touchdown. And Mike Evans caught it 7 times for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns. Buccaneers somehow unexpectedly came out with the win, 30-12. Jaguars, because Houston and Indianapolis lost, still hold the lead in the AFC South. For now. Week 17 is going to be one to really keep an eye on. That's all I'm going to say. For our next game, we got a good one. Dallas and Miami. Seriously, I mean, look at the score may say that this game was a defensive battle. It was a mixture of both, and the game was very close. Unlike that Cotton Bowl game last night between Ohio State and Mizzou. Yes, I know I'm filming this on Saturday morning. Yeah, I know. Give me a fucking break. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott went 20 for 32, 253 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard ran it 12 times for 38 yards, and CD's nut slammed. 6 receptions, 118 yards, and a touchdown. Impressive. For the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa went 24 for 37, 293 yards, and a touchdown. Raheem Mostert carried it 11 times for 46 yards. And Tyreek Hill, all 9s. 9 receptions, 99 yards. Beautiful. Miami wins 22-20, but that's not all that Miami won, because they won something far greater than just this game. Congratulations, Miami! You have made the playoffs! Your team may have looked like shit last year to no fault of your own, and put heavy mark on not to no fault of your own. You have dominated the ever-loving fuck this year, and your prize proves worthy of that. With a Week 17 matchup against Baltimore, you have a chance to go for the number 1 seed. But if you lose, then not all withers away. But I'm just saying, Miami, for this week, enjoy it. Seriously, you won. You beat Dallas. You clinched a playoff spot. If anything, that's a great honor to have. And best of luck in the playoffs. You goddamn Dolphins in South Beach. And for our next matchup, we got mid versus more mid in the battle of mid. Seriously, that's all this is. Mid and mid. Both teams are mid. Just one is more mid than the other. For the Cardinals, Call of Duty Murray went 24 for 38, 230 yards, and 2 touchdowns. James Conner ran it 12 times for 45 yards and also caught it 5 times for 67 yards and a touchdown. For the Bears, Justin Fields went 15 for 27, 170 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Khalil Herbert carried it 20 times for 112 yards and a touchdown. And Cole Kmet caught it 4 times for 107 yards. Bears win it 27-16 in the battle of the mid-off. Like I said, this game, like the 2 teams that played in it, was simply mid. And on Sunday Night Football, we got my Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. I really wanted us to lose this game, for quite obvious reason, for a better draft stock. But instead, for the Patriots, Bailey Zappi went 25 for 33, 256 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott ran 12 times for 27 yards, and Demario Douglas caught it 5 times for 74 yards. For the Broncos, Russell Wilson went 25 for 37, 238 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jaleel McLaughlin carried it 6 times for 37 yards, and Marvin Mims Jr. caught it 3 times for 63 yards. Patriots win 26-23, but the Broncos, you're not walking away unscathed from this loss. You thought Russ was the one holding you back, right? Well, apparently your idiotic minds thought so because you decided to bench him for the rest of the season. Need I remind you, you're starting Jared Stidham, a former Patriot who people thought was the next Tom Brady, but wound up being a massive shit you had to unclog from your toilet. Seriously. Good fucking luck, you fucking... Idiocy just never fails to surprise me. Denver, the ride never fucking ends. Holy shit. Santa Claus has come on this fine Christmas day and has decided to bless the Raiders against the fucking Chiefs. Yes, I am not kidding. Look at the fucking score above it. You can see it. I'm not making that up. I guess Santa wanted chaos today. For the Raiders, Aiden O'Connell went 9 for 21 and 62 yards. How the fuck do you win a game with numbers like that? How? Zamir White carried it ran it 22 times for 145 yards. And Jacoby Myers caught it 3 times for 42 yards. For the Chiefs, Patty Mahomes went 27 for 44, 235 yards, a touchdown, and a pick 6. Patrick Mahomes also ran 10 times for 53 yards, and Rashee Rice caught it 6 times for 57 yards. Raiders somehow fucking win 20-14. How the fuck, I don't know. Does it make you question every goddamn life choice you've ever made? Yes. Yes, it really does. I don't know how the fuck this happened, but it did. It did. Ho ho! Oh wait, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Is what Santa probably said when he saw this game happening in Philadelphia between the Eagles and the Giants. Eagles fans for some reason hate Santa, and Santa's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna nope the fuck out of here. For the Giants, Tyrod Taylor went 7 for 16, 133 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Saquon Barkley ran it 23 times for 80 yards and a touchdown, and Darius Slayton caught it 3 times for 90 yards and a touchdown. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts went 24 for 38, 301 yards, and a touchdown. DeAndre Swift carried it 20 times for 92 yards and a touchdown. And A.J. Brown caught it 6 times for 80 yards. Eagles win this Christmas Day showdown 33-25. Once again, giving a middle finger to Santa Claus because fuck all logic. Oh, Giants, where do you think you're going? I'm not finished with you yet. Come here. I'm not finished. Get the fuck over here. All right, Giants. What the fuck? You blew it. You absolutely blew it. First you had Daniel Jones, and that went to shit. Then you had Tyrod Taylor, and then that went to shit. And then you had Tommy DeVito. That went good until it went to shit because of injury. And then you had Tyrod Taylor again, and once you guess it, it's going to shit. Checking my medical notes here on my phone, and I can see that you have a thing called a skill issue. Yeah. Pack your shit. You're out of here. Nobody's gonna fucking miss you. Rest in piss. Holy fuck. Ravens and Niners, the battle of the top 2 seeds. Jesus Christ, Brock, what happened? Did your dick go limp or something? Jesus. This is what happens when you give quarterbacks names involving penises. They tend to go limp. Never a good sign when that happens. For the Ravens, Lamar Jackson went 23 for 35, 252 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also ran 7 times for 45 yards. Receiving, it was all Zay Flowers with 9 receptions, 72 yards, and a touchdown on that Christmas night. For the Niners, the combined effort of Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold, the man that sees ghosts, and was probably visited by the 3 spirits again on Christmas Eve, went 26 for 46, 336 yards, a touchdown, and I shit you not, 5 picks. Man, Brock Purdy just had a shit day. Christian McCaffrey did not have a shit day, carrying it 14 times and 103 yards and a touchdown. George Kittle caught it 7 times for 126 yards. Baltimore wins the battle of the number ones, 33-19. And quite honestly, I mean, I was expecting this game to be a lot closer, but unfortunately it wasn't. And that's sad. Whew, that was certainly interesting. The playoff picture hasn't really changed too much from last week, but there have been a couple of changes, one from each side. For the AFC, everything's relatively the same. Baltimore's still the number 1 seed, Miami's still number 2, Kansas City's still 3, and Jacksonville is still 4. Cleveland still has their 5th spot for now, but in 6 is no longer the Bengals, but rather the Bills who have snuck in. The Colts still have their 7th seed and still look to try and keep their playoff hopes alive. The NFC is kind of the same thing, but now with a 3-way tie for the number 1 seed because of San Francisco's loss. But for now, it's still the Niners to hold. Eagles are still 2nd and the Lions are still 3rd. The Buccaneers are the only division leader in the NFC to not have clinched their division as of yet, but they for now maintain the 4th seed. And Dallas is in 5th. The Rams move up to 6th and get ready, if the playoffs were to start today, to face the Lions in the playoffs and Matt Stafford's return to Detroit. And Seattle has hold of the 7th seed. Like I said, nothing's really changed. like I said, Seattle was the other one that got changed. I don't remember who was in the 7th slot before, but honestly, is the motto, guys. Don't get eliminated. And with that being said, we're done. 2023 has been, it's been something. I will say that. But I'll save all that stuff for the year in review on Monday. But I do want to save this though before I sign off. To everyone that tuned into a stream this year, that watched one of my videos, or is even donated to the charity, which the link will still be in the description for, but the link will close Monday night at midnight. I do want to just say thank you. Honestly, the growth I've gotten this year was kind of stagnant, but you know what? Viewership was definitely on the rise this year. And honestly, I mean, as a small creator, I wouldn't have it any other way. For what it is, I'll take it, and I honestly love it. I appreciate every single person that's come and watched the video, for every person that's liked, for every person that's left a comment. Even for times where I was having some rough patches throughout the year, it was still cool to come on, see the comments, interact with every single one of you. And honestly, I'm grateful. That's all I could say. I'm still in college. I'll be in college for a little while longer. Don't know how much longer, but for longer. But like I said, I'll save everything else for the year in review on Monday. But for this video, it has to end. I hope you guys did enjoy it. And if you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you haven't done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. The link for the charity, like I said, closes at Monday night at midnight Eastern upon the turn of the new year. So please do donate if you're able to. And then that's it. I'll see you guys on New Year's Day for the year in review and the subsequent college football playoff stream. Until then, je suis de la Canadienne. Bonne nuit, bonne année, Happy New Year, and au revoir.